I couldn't wait till the whole world recognized. But first I had to pay some dues. The journey I took, y'all couldn't walk in my shoes. A young fuck, wild and tough, but I had to. Straight from South City, my pursuit to be happy. Came up out the hood with my hair on, nappy, cause I don't know. Nothing named after my family, the streets kept distracting. But I had to escape from my destiny to wait for me to be great. Ain't that the way? So we quit, had to show me proof. When I do it, so we stupid. Now you loving me like you pay, and I know that you wasn't ready for this. I'm so on point with my targets, I'm sure I won't miss. In the past, present, in the future. Fifth grade, the household name, something to get used to. I'm here, yeah.
Hello, 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 hello. Yes, I'm here. Hello, welcome to the feature with Cliff Jackson III. I'm your host, CJ3. I am he. And man, it's so awesome to have you guys here tonight, man. I'm so excited about tonight. Man, tonight is Friday. Y'all already know what time it is. It is officially Feature Fridays. Yes, man, you already know what time it is. Feature Fridays, kicking this thing off tonight. We here. We done made it to the end of the week, the kickoff of the weekend. And man, I know a whole lot of y'all who've been working hard and just been grinding, man, just ready to get to the feature so y'all can sit back, relax, man, and just enjoy a good conversation, good time, great show, and just some good energy, man, all day long, man. Y'all are entertained by me all day long. Whether y'all are watching this thing live or y'all watching this thing on the replay, you do not want to miss the show tonight, man. Tonight, talking to my man, my partner in crime, a great gentleman, an awesome individual, intelligent brother, the 17th president of Wiley College at HBCU out of Marshall, Texas. We'll be getting into that real soon. You don't want to miss this. For all those aspiring college students out there, for all those aspiring presidents of colleges, HBCUs, lawyers, or people who just, want to be principals or teachers or whatever, anything in education. This is the show tonight you don't want to miss. So happy y'all are here. To all my features out there, what's happening? How y'all doing? I'm so happy y'all are here tonight. So good to have y'all here, man. Everybody watching by way of YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Welcome to the feature. Welcome to the show. So happy y'all here. For those watching this for the very first time, oh man, you heard this by way of Facebook, you heard this about a friend, you heard this through word of mouth, however you got the message, man. Thank y'all for being here tonight. All of y'all. Y'all could have been anywhere else in the world, man. But y'all here with me. And I appreciate that, man. I really do. Y'all just don't know. I appreciate that to the bottom of my crusty toes. But we here, man, and I'm so happy that y'all are here, man. I hope y'all had a great week. But we finna have us a good weekend cap off, man, to good kick off to the weekend, man. And yeah, you already know how we got to do it. We got to make this thing here happen. This is what we do. If you want to be on the feature, if you're a business, if you are a commodity, if you are an entity, if you are a politician, if you, whatever it is that you do, whatever you want to showcase and get featured upon, please come to the feature, come to the show. Email me at thefeature.cj3@gmail.com or Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and directly contact me at the same handle on all three platforms at the feature with CJ3. I'm on every single day, Monday through Friday. Please go subscribe to YouTube and Twitch channels and Facebook. Always tune in right here at 9 p.m. right here any given day, Monday through Friday. And also, please go listen and download me on all your major platforms for your podcast or wherever you go enjoy your podcast. And please donate to the cause, man. Please donate to the cause. We graciously appreciate it. Donate it, send it by way of Cash App at $ Right Touch Sports, PayPal, paypal.me/Right Touch CJ3, and Anchor at anchor.fm/the feature with CJ3. Man, well, it's about that time, man. Gonna get into it. Finna get ready to call my guy HERMAN, FELTON, and man, I've been waiting for this all day long, man. EWC, stand up. I hope y'all ready. We're finna get into this, man. I'm excited for the call my brother right now. And yeah, man, it's Feature Friday tonight, man. So y'all know what time it is. We're finna make this thing here happen. Herb.
What's going on, brother?
My brother, what's going on, Beezy? How we doing, man?
I'm good, brother. How about you, man?
Man, I'm doing the best I can with what I got, fam. That's all I can say, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, man, it's good to hear your voice, man.
Likewise, man. It's been a minute.
Man, I'm telling you, it really has. And it's crazy that we had to utilize this platform to really, like, kind of catch up. But But I'm glad I got a chance to book you, man. I know you're a busy brother, man, out there making things happen. And I'm so proud of you, man. I know Ever Waters is definitely proud of you, man. Jacksonville, Duval. I know everybody who is watching this show, if y'all from E-Dub, please stand up. Duval tonight, please stand up. You know what I'm saying? Talking to Devin, one of y'all all tonight, man. And, bro, I'm just proud of your accomplishments and all that you're doing, man. And, man, it's just a honor just to get a chance to do it. So I'm happy that you definitely committed to doing the date, man. I really do appreciate you.
Hey, man, Cliff, you're doing the work too, brother. You're doing good things. You are helping people. You're servicing people. You're providing services for people, man. You're doing really, what we're all supposed to do, but it's something that was reinforced at EW, even though we were, this little small black college and the highest murder per capita rate area in Jacksonville. We were in a tough place, man. There was so many invaluable nuggets that we picked up and didn't know that we were picking up because of all the sermons that were being, displayed before us. We were really fortunate to be around some really good people, man, that showed us how to emulate what we were supposed to do. So I think you're doing the same thing, and you should be commended. And I know EW is proud of you too, man. I know the Nukes are proud of you, the football team, all your teammates, and everybody, man. I'm proud of you as well. So I didn't want you to heap on me. I want you to.
My man, bro, I appreciate you just saying them kind words, man. I really, really do, bro. I'm speechless right now, but man, I graciously, humbly appreciate all of that, man. Absolutely, bro. And what's so crazy, man, it's all about you tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that don't know about what you've gone through, what you've overcome. I know you. A lot of people at EW know you. Everybody who, around you know you. In Texas, they know you. North Carolina, Ohio, everybody knows you. But it's just very seldom a lot of people get a chance to, that don't know about you, find out more about an individual that's, of value to the black community, to education for black students, but at the same time to me, just people that I know, man. And you definitely one of those people that's under one of the upper echelons and in my life, and just how I value you, man, and just watching your rise in life, man. So this is just a night where we feature you tonight, bro. On the feature, it's a regular conversation between you and I, catching up, but at the same time, just being open, honest, and real, man. And it's all about you tonight, my brother. So we're gonna make it happen. You ready?
That's what's up, man. I'm ready.
Absolutely, man. So I don't know, put it out there. So originally you're from Duval County, Jacksonville.
Yes, sir.
Duval.
From Pittsburgh, man. I grew up on the south side where what now people know Southside Boulevard to be. When I grew up in the 80s, man, that was nothing but from Southside Boulevard all the way out. Actually, really from Beach Boulevard all the way out to Southside Boulevard. Past Bay Meadows, that was nothing but woods, man. So there was this little project hidden in the middle, 8711 Newton Road, hidden in the middle of those woods, man, where there was just a bastion of blackness, man. We had so many athletes, so many talented people. But yeah, I grew up on the south side, Duval County, for life, Oxford. Also have family on the other side of the south side of the Spring Park, Image Arms
Okay.
And my dad's side of the family is out east off 20th Street Expressway, man, Liberty Street. So I've came up in the richness of urban Americana, if you will, in Duval County.
That's what it is. That's what it is, man. Duval, stand up tonight. For real, for real. So what was the family makeup like, man? What did mom do, dad do, sisters and brothers? Like, what was that all like?
Man, my mom was, and will forever be, she's still with us. Everything, man. I did not have a relationship with my father. He was, he did the best that he could, and he wasn't around with us. So my mom was a single mom, man.
Mm-hmm.
And she was everything. She started out as a janitor, worked at Pick and Save and Kmart, and
Wow.
both places hustled and did everything she could to make sure that we all graduated from high school. My mom had my brother when she was 15.
Wow.
And so for her, her success was us being able to go to college. Not college, but get a high school diploma.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom just was a provider, man. She did everything. She made sure that while we didn't have much, we were clean, we were respectful, and we had good work ethic. So everything I did, I applied the work ethic that I inherited from my mom, man. So everybody in my family, really, we're all just solid, hard-working people, man. There may be many people who are smarter than us, but
Mm-hmm.
our work ethic levels the playing field and even allows us to crush folk who might feel that they're superior to us. And we get it from our mom, man. She's just hard nosed. There were 6 of us, older brother, older sister, and 3 younger sisters that lived in the house.
Wow.
And my dad had kids as well. So
Okay.
so I come from a pretty large family now.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Now, you grew up with like what some would call a handicap or disease or a little setback, whatever. But you grew up with dyslexia. Now, speak about that.
Well, mom didn't have insurance. We didn't have insurance.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, going to the dentist was something that we didn't do. So thinking that you would go to, a psychologist or a therapist or, a speech pathologist wasn't even on our radar.
Right.
So, coming up in the Duval County public school systems, I was able to really hide the fact that I had problems reading, man, and that reading turned out to be a challenge with my encoding skills, which means essentially that letters appear jumbled at times.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got all the way through high school, and I did not graduate from high school, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was, my mom made sure that I got out of her house at 15 because I wanted to sell drugs. And I was essentially on my own since I was, 15 years old.
Wow.
Staying in different houses and, living a different lifestyle. And I got to a scenario where I had to go into the Marine Corps. And I was very fortunate that they had this 12J program, which means you didn't drop out, you went through continuously, and if you were short on credits, that was fine.
Mm-hmm.
But the stipulation and the caveat was that you had to have received your GED or your high school diploma within 1 year after you finished your basic training. So it was there that I learned. I actually just confided in this lady and told her, hey, I got a problem with reading. She's like, what do you mean? Do you not know how to read? Do you stammer? Do you stutter? I'm like, nah, the words just, it confused me because they seem jumbled at times and backwards. And she said, oh, okay. Well, I think I know what's wrong with you? She sat me down. We went over some cards, exercises, and started reading. She said, yeah, I think you're dyslexic. So when he got an observation, and true enough, I was dyslexic, and it opened up a new world, man. I found out that not only are you dyslexic, you are not dumb. You actually happen to be in a boat with most dyslexic individuals who are above average in intelligence.
Wow.
So hearing that for the first time in my life, that you're not dumb. You're actually pretty bright, or could be. And I always knew that I could pick up concepts and things really quickly, and had a really robust palette for memory and memorization and rote memory. I just, a whole new world opened up, and I had this insatiable appetite. I started learning Black history and English, and I wanted to learn how to write well and speak well. And so I started teaching myself history and English and grammar. So still not good at it, the English and grammar thing. History, I think I got that down on lock. But I went through that process, man, and here I am.
Man, I'm talking about it's not about where you start. It's all about how you finish. And that's real, man. I appreciate you sharing that with us too, my brother. For real, for real. So we understand your high school experience. You didn't go to high school, so there's like no high school background. But so your situation made you go into the Marines?
Yeah.
Okay, so talk about that. So
I went to high school. I got kicked out of Inglewood. I got kicked out of Wolfson.
Wow.
And I finished over at, I didn't finish, but at my 12th grade year, which was really the 11th grade, because I got set back. But I got kicked out with some of the Pottsburg boys out of Inglewood. Mr. Gresham kicked us out of there. Mr. Cobb, bless his soul, Billy Cobb, he used to give swats, and he kicked me out of Wolfson.
Wow.
We had like a little race riot, and I got kicked out of there, and then went over to Sandalwood. I went to school every day, but it was about having duck head and polo. It wasn't about soccer seeds and Play-Doh. It was about the fun thing.
Right. I gotta be fly.
Yeah, that's it. And those Suzuki Samurai Jeep back in the day with some hammers on it, and long life. It was real. So,
Okay. So how long did you serve in the Marines?
8 years, man. So
wow.
Arguably, the Marine Corps was one of the best things that ever happened to me, because of growing up in the hood, man. Like you don't know it, but you understand authority. You understand chain of command.
Right.
You understand discipline. You understand esprit de corps, which is being true to the hood.
Right.
Like being loyal. You understand all these things, and so the Marine Corps was really, it was kind of simple to adjust to, and it was easier in a lot of ways in that I didn't have to worry about somebody trying to kill me or going to jail or doing anything. It was just about excelling and tactical thinking, really, and being physically fit.
Wow.
Those which I didn't have a problem with. So, I wound up in the Marine Corps and did that for 8 years, and met these brothers up in Detroit, Michigan, man, while I was on recruiting duty the last 3 years. And they weren't any smarter than I was, but they went to college. And they, this is where I actually was introduced to Greekdom and the Kappa Alpha Psi. And these brothers, I met them at a big brother, big sister place on Grand Island Cinco in downtown Detroit. And we became good friends. We were mentoring, young Black kids. I got to know them and, asked questions about college. And I'm like, surely if these guys go to college, I could go to college. But the myth in my brain was that you had to be really smart, or
Right.
smart, to go to college. So they crushed that myth. Not that they were dumb. I could pick up what they were putting down and hang with them. So I felt like, I could try it. And then reality sunk in. I only had a high school diploma, and, testing was not something that I was going to do really good at, having not been, in a classroom. So EWC was the only place that would give me an opportunity, man. So when I got out of the Marine Corps, I worked as a collection agent. I sold cars at Mike Davis Ford for about 6 to 8 months, and then I got my dream job with the United States Postal Service.
Hey, what you talking about?
Listen, man, if people don't know, folks send their kids to college.
Right.
They have homes. They have nice cars. Like, you can make a decent living
working for the post office. I'm telling you.
So for me, coming from a blue collar family, and getting into the post office, man, that was everything.
That was big.
Yeah.
For real.
So that was a big deal, man.
Right. So what was your ranking in the Marines? Was you ranked anything?
Yeah, I was a sergeant when I got out.
Okay.
So E5. So I was, about to be promoted to E6, which would have been staff sergeant, but I was getting out. The worst thing that they could have done was allowed, and this is what happened, and why I got out was I have been really indoctrinated back into the civilian culture because while I was still in the Marine Corps on recruiting duty, I was living in Detroit, Michigan.
Okay.
On a base.
That's my hometown now.
Detroit is your hometown?
Detroit, that's where I'm from, man. That's where I was born.
Are you serious? What high school did you go to?
I didn't know. I'm from Tallahassee as far as like growing up wise. I was raised in Tallahassee, Florida, but I was born in Detroit, Michigan.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Shout out to the hometown, D-Town up there.
Yeah. Mototown.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. No, that was finishing school for me, man. I learned how to be a man and how life really worked in Detroit, Michigan, man. That was a really good place for me.
That's what's up. Now, did you fight in any wars when you was in the military?
I was in the Marine Corps during Desert Shield, Desert Storm.
Oh man, that's big. Man, that's big, right? That's big right there. Man, I appreciate you for your service, my man. I'm sure everybody out here who listening, paying attention, talking to President Dr. Herman J. Felton Jr., Marine. Man, salute, man. We appreciate you for your service, brother.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Now, after the Marine Corps, you decided to go to college. That was after that question, our conversation you just had with your boy from Detroit, and you decided to go back home to Jayville to, by far, what college can we say? No other college in the world but Edward Waters College.
Everybody should feel the same exact way, but we don't play about EW.
I'm trying to tell you right now, EWC stand up right now. Yeah. Give me some likes, some hearts, some tiger emojis. Give it up right now. EWC, we here. Yeah, man.
That was the only place that would give me an opportunity. EW would let you in, but you had to find your
way out. Whoo, boy, that's the.
You are not that's just not giving anything away. Like,
man, you just said something so real right now.
Yeah. I was grateful for the opportunity to get up in that piece. And I recognized really quick that I was behind and I needed to catch up, and that no one was going to give me anything.
Nothing's. Either.
I fought and scratched and clawed. And the cool thing about EW, man, I feel like everybody wanted to hang out on a lawn, on Centennial Lawn, and
right.
Hatchet Stewart, go to the sub. But when that top of the hour came, cats were trying to get into those classrooms before those professors closed those doors.
I'm talking about ASAP.
Coming back, come getting those joints with about 5-minute grace period. It was a wrap.
It was a wrap, boy. If your behind was in somebody's desk in somebody's class before them doors closed, you was not.
We used to call that mode the pressure cooker. It's the pressure cooker, man, because, you had to figure out quickly how to negotiate that place, man.
For real.
I'm just grateful that the faculty had pride and were not going to just simply let people up out of that door, man.
Right.
And I'm just grateful for all the faculty and the administrators.
Yes. Yeah, that experience at Edward Waters, man, life changing for all those fighting tigers out there. We are the fighting tigers. Man, listen, that place is everything and will always be everything to me, and that's real, man. But so, what was your experience like? 'Cause, we hung in some same cliques, we had different cliques, but just what was your experience personally? Like all the things that you did, your accomplishments there, like. Just talk about what your accomplishments and what they did, while you were there, what accomplishments that you came across while you were at EW. Because you was the man on campus as far as doing what you done.
I mean, I should have been, Cliff, and let me tell you why.
Right.
I just got out of the Marine Corps.
Right.
8 years. I was a non-traditional student.
Absolutely.
But I had, perspective was there for me. So I wanted to be involved. I wanted to be engaged. I really didn't know what it was that I wanted to study.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew that I wanted to get a college degree. And after, that first semester, I ran into Dr. Kimberly Neesmith. And Neesmith was like, you need to go see Ezio Guerri and Cornelius Ejimafore.
Right.
And I'm like, for what? He's like, political science. You need to be a public administrator on some level in some way, or you need to go to law school. And I'm like, no, I ain't going to law school right there. So let's just stop that really quick. But I went to chatted with Dr. Ezio Guerri. Ronnie Smith, I don't know.
Ronnie Smith, that's my boy. I talk to Ronnie every day. That's my dude right now.
That joker taught me how to put a sentence
together. Hey, man, listen. For those who do not know Ronnie Smith at Edward Waters College, I don't even think he's there no more. But for those who do not know Ronnie Smith, Professor Ronnie Smith, the greatest professor at EW, bar none.
Listen, he was a devout. I think the best way to describe him is a zealot for excellence.
Absolutely.
He was just not going to allow you to be
mediocre.
Not with him.
At all.
He was just not going to allow you to do it.
Right.
And I didn't appreciate it while I was going through it.
Yeah.
But, they kind of helped me get where I need to be. Kim Neesmith, Ezio Guerri.
Shout out to Neesmith too, man. Old scholar.
Yeah. The scholar. That's all you call it.
you.
And that made me think this dude think I'm a scholar.
All day? What? I'm walking around face smiling, just cheesing.
Dude, I am a scholar.
What?
And so I can't think of the sister who was Indian, the Indian lady who was my Western humanities professor.
Mm-hmm.
She introduced me to, the Delian League and just opened my eyes to humanities. And so everything happened there, and I was pushed naturally into leadership.
Mm-hmm.
I think that happened also because I was, a little more mature. And I wanted to help people advocate for what we need to advocate for. So I found myself in student government and did that every year thing.
Yes, man.
So Leon Buchanan, I ran against Leon Buchanan, and I don't know if you remember Leon.
Yeah, I remember Leon.
Yeah. So he was murdered actually.
Yeah.
But he and I, he didn't like me while we were running against each other. But the day after they announced, we became pretty cool, and he helped me out a lot. He was actually a part of the administration. So I found my lane, man, and being an advocate.
Yeah.
And so I really enjoyed that, and just had a great time. One of the most invaluable lessons came by way of Mr. Clark, who is also deceased now.
Wow. Yeah.
But Mr. Clark had asked me one day, "Do you know how to use your forks, Herman?" I said, "What do you mean?" It's like, "Do you know what forks to use when you're at a fine dining establishment?" "Yeah, whichever one I get."
Right.
And he was coming out rounding up people because Miss Marine, was doing a class on etiquette, and like nobody was signed up for that joint. Do a class on etiquette.
Nobody knows.
Everybody out in front of the sub chilling like that ain't happening. So you can't run from Mr. Clark.
Right.
Hey, come here. Let me talk to you. And even as a 28-year-old man, I'm like, I'm scared of that dude.
Right.
So I wound up through Mr. Clark in this class, Cliff, and I'm taught how to negotiate fine dining. Everything from engaging with the maitre d' to when to ask for a darker napkin or cloth, paper cloth, or tablecloth, and to how do you navigate the cups and which one is the bread plate and
right.
Which spoon, et cetera, et cetera. A month later, bro, I got selected to go to the White House.
Wow.
For the Center for the Study of the Presidency, and there were like 150 other people from everywhere, Harvard, Yale, you name it. And the first night, full course, 5-meal, fine dining, and I'm up in that mode like I'm a scholar.
Right.
I know what to use, and I'm going to put it on you. And tell you, man, like the stuff that I got from E-Dub, I carry with me to this day.
So I'm trying to tell you now, man.
And I also, being a political science major, ECO Guerri and a Jimafor, if we had a 3-hour class or a 4-hour class, that would be the length of time that they would make us write for our final exam. We didn't get quizzes. We did not get midterm exams. You have 1 grade from 1 exam. And I did not know how important that would be, because when I got to law school, the first day of school, they're telling us there are no quizzes, there are no makeup tests, there will be no midterms. You have 1 exam. If this is a 3-hour course, you will write for 3 hours. If this is a 4-hour course, you will write for 4 hours.
Dang.
Guess who was Gucci? Your boy.
Oh yeah, all day long.
Have a problem. So when I think about the skills, the education, and the secret sauce that I got at 1658 Kings Road.
Oh man.
I wasn't only ready. I was not only able to compete with anybody else. I felt like I was going to slaughter you, whoever you were, wherever you came from, if you were standing in front of some place that I wanted to go.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, boy. Dear old Edward Waters trained and developed people ready for the world. You hear me, bro?
Yeah.
That's real. So man, that's just beautiful to hear you say, man. That's awesome. So after EW, you did decide to go to law school, and
I got into law. You want to hear this? Now,
yeah,
this is how you know God is everything.
right.
Me, Vladimir Monroe, and Nia Bia started this thing called the Delian League.
Mm-hmm.
And we were mentoring young boys and girls off Lim Turner, and I can't think of the name of this apartment complex. So we started this little organization, nonprofit, and we wanted to help young men and women with homework and talk to them about, going to college.
Right.
Well, we thought when we were getting ready to graduate, Vladimir was a poli-sci major. I was a poli-sci major, and Nia was an English major. Nia's smart as crap. Shout out to Nia Bia. If it weren't for her, me and Christopher Calhoun, Cordell, would not have made it out of that tree class. We had a special seat for Nia right between the two of us. And if you were sitting in that seat when she came there, you had to move.
Get your behind up.
No. You don't want this smoke.
I'm trying to tell you.
But the thing is that we were going to do these things, and we were going to start the Delian League together.
All right.
And I was going to go get an MBA. Vladimir always wanted to go to law school, and Vlad had an appointment because Kimberly Neesmith said to us one day, I'll never forget this, what are y'all going to do when y'all graduate? Vlad's like, I'm going to law school. And Kimberly Neesmith said, oh, so you took the LSAT? And we looked at each other like, what's that? Like, we had no idea what the LSAT was. I didn't need to. Only Vladimir needed to know because it was his dream.
Right.
And he was like, what school did you apply to? And Vlad was like, well, I haven't applied yet. He said, did you take the LSAT yet? He's like, no. He's like, well, then you're not going to law school. You don't even know what the LSAT is. What's your cumulative GPA? We looked at each other like, cumulative GPA? What? I know what my GPA is. Cumulative GPA. So he was just killing us.
Right.
He wrote down this chick's name, this sister's name. Vladimir called her. We went to the University of Florida. He had an interview. His car broke down.
Wow.
On 301, called me. I picked him up, rode down there with him, obviously, took him down, and it was hot as crap. So I'm like, I'm going inside. I ain't sitting in no car. I'm sitting down. She came around the corner like, which one of you is Vladimir? He's like, I am. They went in the room. She came back out and said, you might as well come on in here too. You just drove down here.
Wow.
We go in the room. We go in there. She's telling us when to take the test. She says the admissions council will not give your alma mater much weight because it's a black college. So you need to be on time. You need to make sure that you have no misspellings in your application. You need to take the LSAT prep course. So I'm sitting there and, she's talking to him, but I'm like, yeah, well, I might as well do this too.
Right.
So I did it. I get into law school. He doesn't.
Wow. Wow.
I had no desire to go to law school.
Right.
So it is serendipitous how God put things in your space and place for you to really pick up pieces and then put the puzzle together once you get a good little bit of pieces. And that's what he did for me.
Wow.
And through friends, through administrators, through faculty members, through staff members at EWC, man, I was blessed to be in the right space at the right time and to show people that I was hungry and that I wanted to represent myself. And EW, man, I was blessed. So that's how I got to law school, bro. And I got down there and showed out. I won the 1L Foley and Laudner Scholarship, which was the number one minority one L, which means first year law student. That was $5,000 cash and internship for the summer.
Wow.
And very coveted. But I got that, won that, got on the mock trial team. I enjoyed that. I had some wins in that, and law school was just a thing for me. I wasn't trying to be the number one student. I just knew that it was something I needed to do. And after my first semester there, I knew I wanted to be a black college president. So it wasn't about practicing law for me. It was about getting a terminal degree so I could go be an administrator and make my way back to EWC as a president. That was the goal.
That's crazy, bro. Man, that's an awesome story of how you got to law school, man. That's insane.
Yeah. It's
wow.
Funny as heck, man.
Man, that's crazy, man. Yeah, that was divine intervention right there. That's God all over on that one, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're supposed to go do that, man. Yeah, man. So after law school, you lectured in government for a little bit and whatnot.
Yeah.
You did an internal affairs at Murray State.
Yep. Went to Murray State, went out of law school, got a gig, got an opportunity to go work for a young man by the name of King Alexander.
Mm-hmm.
And King Alexander, I met on the basketball court at UF. Played, got a chance to meet him, and went up there. He taught. I taught. He taught me. Gave me opportunities to raise money and to be an administrator.
Wow, that's cool.
I was at Murray State for 4 years. Taught criminal law, business law. I taught some international affairs, public affairs law courses. And after 4 years there, man, 3 years, Jimmy Jenkins called. It's time for you to come on home. So I went and joined him at Livingstone College, and I was there for 9 years, man.
Man, that's crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy, because that's definitely where I was heading to next with that one, man. Livingstone. Man, so tell me about that, because after Murray State, you linked back up with who was our former president at EWC, Dr. Jenkins. He was there at the time. Shout out to the man, the Godfather.
If you look to the north,
you'll see a rising star.
And that
star is called Edward Waters College. Where y'all at? Tigers, give me some hearts out there tonight. But yeah, man. So after you go to Salisbury and everything in North Carolina as the VP of Institutional Advancement, and while you're there, man, you pretty much working under Dr. Jenkins and just learning under him, man. Just explain the impact he has had in your journey, and just in your life and preparing you, to be ready for president, because you was the SGA president under his time and tenure at Edward Waters. So just, talk about that for a little bit, man. Just explain Dr. Jenkins doing just his impact in your life, man.
First of all, that I think, to be a father.
Right.
I love Dr. Jenkins.
Absolutely.
Think about it. Bust your head to the white meat for him.
I'm talking about hurt something.
Yes. He showed me so much grace, man. I don't know if you remember when I called, y'all gassed me up, or students gassed me up about food in the cab, and I called myself calling the news to come out there.
Yeah, I remember that.
And they did an expose on the food in the cab.
Right.
And, I'm talking about, we told the administration that we're just not having it anymore. And he could have been, like, nasty, but he wasn't. He was like, now, let's sit down and talk about what you did and why you did it. And let's talk about the ramifications. He said, this is your school. This ain't my school.
Right.
You want people to talk about your alma mater? You want people to know what's going on with your family at your alma mater, and it just changed my perspective about how you handle family business.
Yeah.
Right. So that was my first interaction with him, and then he took me to the I think it's called the City Club or the Jacksonville City Club, downtown Jacksonville on the south bank of the Riverwalk. And we're up in there, top floor, eating. And he was just explaining to me, pouring into me, and I never had anybody do that, man. And so he was the first African American man, black man, to tell me that I could do anything I wanted to. And so from that point, I wanted to do his job, and he, you know, really said, if you're serious about it, you go to law school, you come back in the summers, you can work at the school, which I did one summer, and I'd be more than happy to mentor you. So I stayed in contact with him, man. And when he got to Livingstone, I was always in contact with him, and he said, yeah, you're going to leave that little school. You're going to come on back over here where you belong. And sure enough, he presented me with an opportunity to come work for him. And it was tough, man. I kid you not. Working for your mentor is a challenge because people thought that every accolade I got, every achievement that was made was because he liked me more than he liked others,
right,
where there was favoritism.
Right.
And there was much more pressure because I didn't want to let him down.
Right.
Nor did I want anybody to think that he was hooking me up just because I was his boy. So the pressure to be excellent, to live in a continuum of excellence, you know, made me understand who he was. If I felt like he needed coffee, I was there to get it. If he dropped something on the ground, I was picking it up.
Right.
If I needed to do some dirty work for him, I did it with no compunction, and didn't care. I had his back.
Right.
And he taught me how to serve, and also showed me the importance of being excellent in the work that you do. And so he established early on, that there would be no favoritisms because I was his student.
Right.
And that he would not allow me to, you know, to be mediocre. And so all you had to do was tell me what the rules were one time, and I'm good from there. You know, I'm locked in.
Right.
And so I just went about doing my job and making him look good, man. And he took care of me. He rewarded me for being the person who was always on call, who always answered his call, who worked with good cheer, who knew that my job was to service and staff him. Like he really demanded, and without demanding stuff, he commanded.
Right.
Like if you know Jimmy Jenkins, you know he walk in the room, he up in that piece, right?
Right.
He commands a room and respect.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So he just made it clear what was, you know, what was allowable and what wasn't. It was just amazing to work for him. I was honored, and everything that I know as an administrator, how to make sure that students are centered and thought about in every decision you make, how to deal with every different constituent and not get too high, not too low. I learned it from him, man. I owe him everything.
Man, that's what's up, man. That's beautiful too, man. Shout out to Dr. Jimmy Jenkins, man. I gotta get him on the show somehow, some way. That would be so awesome. We gotta make that happen. So we gotta make that happen.
Yeah, man.
We gotta make that happen, man. So you wanted to pursue being the president. That was your focal point. You realized that's what you wanted to go. That was your goal as far as where you wanted to be and what you wanted to do. So your first presidential appointment that you received was at Wilberforce University in Wilberforce, Ohio. Now, for those who do not know, Wilberforce is the nation's oldest private HBCU in the country. Okay?
Yep.
First one to ever be owned by and operated by African American people. Man, so just knowing this, man, the first school, I mean, for HBCU, just period. How did it feel to be the president of the very first institution for black people ever, man? I mean, W.E.B. Du Bois was a professor there. You know what I'm saying? So, this series right here, and you the president.
Colonel Charles Young,
right.
one of the founders of Q-5 was, a faculty member in military science, like Bayard Rustin, the architect of the Civil Rights Movement. It's just a powerful, powerful place. Understanding that Wilberforce was connected to John Newton, who wrote Amazing Grace.
Right.
William Wilberforce is a British missionary and, wealthy legislator who fought to abolish the slave trade.
Wow.
His mentor was a famous slave ship commander, John Newton. And how John Newton came about writing, how he saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. He was a slave ship commander transporting enslaved Africans across the Atlantic. So that's the wretchedness about him, but he had a Christian conversion.
Wow.
And when William Wilberforce could not get the House of Commons to pass, the legislation to abolish the slave trade, he went to his mentor, none other than John Newton, who had written Amazing Grace, and said, I want to give up. And John Newton said, you cannot give up.
Wow.
So that history connected to that institution and all of the brilliant people who attended Wilberforce University, the gravity of that was, you could feel it in the air. It permeated the campus. And so, not to mention the fact that I was scared as shit.
Right.
I wanted to be a president, and then you get it, you're like, oh my goodness, this is real.
Right.
Can I do this? So the reverence for the history was heavy, man. So I enjoyed those 2 years that I was there and loved it, and am, I think, a better administrator because of my experiences at Wilberforce.
Man, that's what's up, man. Shout out to everybody who at Wilberforce, man. If you're teaching there, faculty there, alumni there, whatever, man. Shout out to everybody who is holding it down at Wilberforce, man. That is awesome, brother. I hope y'all, my features, I hope y'all are learning something tonight. Like, I really hope y'all are getting educated and getting y'all minds and spirits fed tonight, as we talking to none other than Dr. Herman FELTON, man, 17th president at Wiley College, man. And about to get into that now, because after Wilberforce, you take your experiences and you take your talents to Wiley College. Marshall, Texas.
Don't ever tell Jesus what you ain't gonna do.
I'm trying to tell you now.
I was like, I'm never leaving north of North Carolina.
Right.
Never. And then Ohio came.
Right.
Man, this is crazy.
Right.
And I'm certainly not going to Texas. And, the appointment came, an incredible opportunity. And the other thing about going to a private black college, man, is being able, while we are flawed individuals, man, the opportunity to praise God every day is dope.
I'm trying to tell you, boy.
I get to work, and I get to talk about Jesus. We have chapel. We shut down on campus on Tuesdays, and we go to chapel.
Absolutely.
Our kids We got liturgical dance going on. We got mime going. It's like coming up in Kojic Baptist.
Wow.
Pentecostal, you name it, but it's United Methodist. But we get this rich experience of being able to find our spiritual selves on these black college campuses that are church affiliated. And I've had an amazing opportunity to be with the AME affiliated, the African Methodist Episcopal, the African Methodist Episcopal Zion, and now I'm with the United Methodist Church. And all of the convictional churches run differently. At the end of the day, it's all about Jesus.
Right.
So it's amazing. So I find myself at Wiley College, home to the great debaters, and a place that, like many other HBCUs, is very serious about social good,
right,
social justice, and advocacy for the least of us. And that's where that's in my wheelhouse, man. Being a voice where I can, and teaching people how to amicably converse about difficult topics.
Right.
Being able to I can sit down and say what I need to say. You can sit down and say what you, and nobody has to leave with a eyeball poked out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Being able to have civil discourse, and that's what I love about this place, as well as the a cappella choir. Our students are amazing. They're pretty dope. Our graduates have done some amazing stuff, going back to James Farmer and Heman Sweat and the great debaters, all the way up to, last year we had a young lady, Summer Hill, was a Fulbright scholar. This year who graduated, kids who are going to law school, medical school, just phenomenal people who are moving out into the world to apply the gifts that they got from Wiley to go do good.
Man, that is amazing, man. Yeah, because I remember, for those who don't remember the movie The Great Debaters, like, by far, it's a great movie. Like, the college that he's the president of, like, that's the school that the movie was based on, man. So that is powerful, man. So since being the president at Wiley, what would you say has been the biggest accomplishment for yourself known to date right now?
Man, I think one thing that I'm really proud of is being able to capture the essence of the previous 16 presidents, learn the culture, have respect for the history, and be able to get a group of people to coalesce around what I believe the future holds for us.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, what's the direction you're planning to take Wiley College from where they are now to where you like to see it taken off to the future?
Yeah, for me, we're a small private liberal arts college, and so my desire is to continue what we've done in the past, which is to get people ready to go out and we have a very strong criminal justice program, very strong business program, a religious program, CIS. What is most important to me is that kids get a solid education, and they take the foundation. And most kids, we try to steer towards graduate school, because in order to compete in a global society, you've got to have, a toolbox that's replete with sharp tools.
Right.
And getting the solid foundation of a liberal arts education, I think, is what can serve as a springboard.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
So I want to make sure that we continue to push fleshed out, solid individuals who know who Christ is, who love God, who are serious about service to mankind, and who understand the history of Wiley and what it means to be a Wiley Wildcat, and that means to be of service to mankind. That's just who we are. And in addition to that, going out and taking what is out there for people to take.
Amen, man. Amen. Absolutely. So, what additions to Wiley College have you led, and what are some future additions you are looking to bring to Wiley?
Well, we in the spirit of formalizing the strong work that people like James L. Farmer, the founder of CORE,
Mm-hmm.
the Congress on Racial Equity, um, and Heman Sweat, who sued the University of Texas to get into law school, and Sweat v. Painter is one of the foundational cases from Brown v. Board of Education. We've been advocating for the least of us and for what's right since the inception of this school.
Mm-hmm.
And we formalized that by recognizing Heman Sweat and starting the Heman Sweat Center for Social Good and Leadership.
Mm-hmm.
We've been able to do that. We've been able to make changes to our library to feature it as a digital highway. Our library is not like the other libraries of the past with a ton of books. We use catalogs from the digital highway and a lot of reference software, but we reimagined the space, made it open, bought a lot of collaborative furniture, did that. We just renovated our Hayes Auditorium, which gives our a cappella choir a home.
Mm-hmm.
And our students in drama and film and theater, a place where they can learn their craft as well.
Awesome.
And we're building a welcome center. Just got the architectural renderings and the geothermal reports and all that good stuff. So we break ground at the end of this month here next week, early August. And we're building a welcome center where our institutional advancement of people who raise money will have a nice presence at the front end of the campus for folks. We're just slowly making our way through the campus and building and getting it ready for the next ride.
Man, that's awesome, man. Beautiful, beautiful, my brother. So, as a president, what's your leadership philosophy? Like, what do you go by?
Man, that's pretty tough. It's really hard to nail down. If I'm forced to say who, what ideology as a leader really identify with, it would be transformational.
Mm-hmm.
I hope to think that I empower people to be their best, and I hope that I model that same behavior. I do believe in being kind. I'm not a yeller or a screamer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm passionate about what I'm doing because, brothers and sisters' lives are at stake.
Right.
Education. We're not able to feed ourselves. We can't feed ourselves. We die. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so being able to do that is something that I'm very serious about. And I think my leadership style is one that allows for people to be their best self with a little bit of kindness. The Marine Corps taught me that you've got to be a chameleon as a leader. I can be intense with one person, and that next person may need positive reaffirmations over and over and over again.
Right.
Some may lead little to no supervision. So I think having a toolbox with the different types of leadership skills allows you to be, more replete leader with, different skill sets that allow you to manage the multi-generational type workforce.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I feel you and dig you on that one, man. That's a beautifully well put description of how you think on things, man. Now, with COVID-19 going on, which is by far one of the craziest world challenges we're facing, um, what's going on as far as like what challenges are you faced with ensuring students that education will continue as follow and that financial resources won't be a crisis, or if they are, but what steps do you have in place or already have in place as far as or may have implemented already?
Yeah, so COVID was, it was really easy. The decisions were easy to make. What was more challenging and difficult were the logistical parameters around making things happen. I think we were the first HBCU to come out and say, we're sending our kids home and closing down.
Right.
We did that early March, and I do believe we were the first, and we were probably the third to say they're not coming back. Looking at the data, the science, and understanding that young people are not necessarily inclined to do the right thing. Telling 18 to 21-year-olds that they have social distance is crazy.
Right.
It's on fire. We're one of the new hotspots, so it was easy in that sense to make the decision. What then became the challenges is how do you still get them registered, and how do you make sure that you take away broadband insecurity? So we purchased laptops for all of our students and Wi-Fi.
Wow. Man, that's
so
beautiful, man.
And we loaded those with the Canvas software, so they'll be able to get on the Cengage, the books. Cengage is an electronic provider of academic resources. So we feel like we're doing everything. We got our faculty members. They have been in training since May to make sure that we offer a rigorous, robust education. Yeah, we made decisions, and now it's really about getting them where they need to be.
Man, that's awesome, man. My boy on top of his game, getting the kids ready for the future education, especially with this craziness going on, talking to none other than Dr. Herman Felton. Dr. Herman Felton, 17th president at Wiley College, Marshall, Texas, HBCU. Now, I don't know if you know this, but I know this, and if you don't know this, I'm dubbing you this as the coolest and hippest president in HBCU right now. Like, that's hands down, bro.
I appreciate it, my brother. I appreciate it.
I'm talking about too cool, man. Too cool for school.
I happen to be from Duval County.
Absolutely.
I am also a brother of that clan, that noble clan.
Oh man.
So that cap apple side sugar that we sprinkle on top of young men when they do their thing.
Oh man.
And go out and take the world is probably a little bit about a little bit of that. But I appreciate that. But my boy Faison and Hakeem Lucas and Macola, they might have something to say about that.
Man, hey, I love Faison, man. I got to get him on the show now. I hope he watching tonight too. So if he out there watching, he already see what's going on. I got a president. You done led the charge, bruh, so you already know what time it is. So go ahead and meet with me, man. Let's link up. Let's connect. I've been trying to link with him for the longest, ever since he got in the office. I got to be trying to let him know, hey, I'm one of the alums you want to get to know. You might want to know me. You know what I mean? So, but real talk, man. Come on, Doc. Please get on the show, man. We'd love to have you on here. Man, so that's what's up, dog. So moving right along on things, you co-founded an organization, acronymed HELF, that stands for Higher Education Leadership Foundation. And I think this is miraculous, man, what you got going on. But I just want to get a little bit more depth understanding about it and give people a little bit more understanding. What is the motivation and mission behind HELF?
It really is about making sure that our HBCUs have highly skilled, disciplined leaders in the pipeline. A lot of young folks, a lot of administrators, regardless of their age and tenure, want to be at HBCUs. They want not as friendly in the process of helping people navigate it.
Right.
It's a tricky process. And so, not being able to find mentors for some people, not having access, not being encouraged, wanted to get rid of that and indoctrinate people to, the highs and lows of leadership at an HBCU, the fundamental standards about solid leadership, and then the academic enterprise, like being able to understand, even though you're coming up through the student affairs rank, you still need to know about business and finance.
Right, absolutely.
So it's really exposing folks to the academic enterprise, being unapologetically black and unapologetically excellent, and also understanding that there's a web system out there designed to support whatever it is that you want to do. So when you're in your lane, we often encourage people to run as fast as they can and recklessly in their lane. And if they follow the web system that we've created, we've had over 300 fellows come into the health organization. 5, 6 of them are HBCU presidents now. 20 to 30 have risen to the rank of vice president, chief operating officer, EVP, etc. So it really has been about just making sure that we have a pipeline, man, and never in our wildest imagination. Shout out to Melba Christie Turner or Melba Williams, and Alfred Anthony Picard and Greg Dees, the other folks who are founders. Never did we imagine that we'd have this tribalistic following of folks, and we're just really happy to know so many bright, sharp brothers and sisters who are going to be leading our HBCUs for years to come.
Man, that is awesome. That is phenomenal. I'd love to get involved, man, any way I possibly can, man. I'd love to get involved with good stuff, man, and that is something that I see definitely expanding and getting bigger and bigger, man, and it's just a great thing that you are part of that, man, and man, that is awesome, man. I'm proud of you, man, of all your accomplishments, man. How can people find you, man, and find out more information about Wiley College?
They can visit us on the World Wide Web at www.wiley, W-I-L-E-Y, the letter C.edu. We're on Instagram at Wiley College. We're on Facebook, Wiley College, LinkedIn, and Twitter. All Wiley College as the handle.
Man, that's what's up, man. That's awesome, man. Yo, man, we're talking to my boy, my brother, man, alumnus, my friend, Dr. Herman FELTON, 17th president at Wiley College, Marshall, Texas. And I gotta break this in, man, right quick, man, because I didn't, and I want to overshout it. You got your PhD. Congrats. From Jackson State University, another HBCU. Cannot leave out that.
Baby, I love.
Yes, man.
Yes, sir.
Have to make sure I highlight that, dog. That's big right there, man. Everything you've done.
We talking about the sonic boom of the South.
Yeah.
We talking about, tigers, man, and I'm a double tiger,
Yeah.
What is tiger? Jackson State Tigers. So, we are primal in our instincts and powerful as well at what we do, man. So I'm grateful to have been at both those HBCUs, man. Proud and long list of excellence, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Man, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. I gotta make sure I had to drop that one in there, man, because I ain't wanna forget that part. But bruh, it is that time of my show. It's a cool segment that I do this with all my guests and my artists whenever they on the show. It's a show, a part of my show that I called Would You Rather? And this is the part of the show where I ask you a series of questions where you give me an answer if you would rather this or would you rather that. All right?
Okay.
So you elaborate on them, and I'm going to throw them at you. And here we go. You ready?
I'm ready, bro.
Number one, would you rather bring funding to Wiley for football or funding for a revitalization of the campus?
Oh man, that's tough. But you know, man, I mean, hearing them horns, watching the cheerleaders and the football team coming out and homecoming in the fall, like football is just man.
Oh man.
You gotta hit me like that right out the there are some older alums who are like, if they ever hear this, they'd be like, he better stay out of the campus. Revitalize the campus.
Better say revitalize that campus.
Yes, sir. I'm going with revitalize.
Bet. That's what's up. Stay safe,
Man.
But I'm telling you, but you know what's funny though? And I think about it all the time because I'm like, I know Wiley doesn't have a football program, but you was there when, I was, getting ready for the suit up for the first year with E-Dub, and like that whole thing with the band and to see where it started to see where it is now. I mean, have you seen what's happening out there right now?
Yeah.
So, oh man, so I feel you, I get you, but we would definitely revitalize the campus. Everybody, all alumnus at Wiley. That's my boy. I appreciate you, man. All right, here we go. Next one. Would you rather discuss academic advancement for the future at Wiley or debate funding disbursements for the future at Wiley?
Oh, it's the academic advancement.
Okay.
I mean, your reputation is all that you have, and funding is always going to be around. It's always going to be an issue, and you're going to always be after it. But if you've got that integral part of the foundation and being strong academic and academic rigor, you're good to go. You can survive.
Bet. That's what's up, man. Now, would you rather be president at an HBCU or be the first black president at a predominantly white institution?
This is just the dumbest question that you could. So I don't even want to, really dignify it with the classiest of the classiest response. I actually don't even want. I feel like cursing you out. Just don't be civil and say it is not even a question.
Not even a question. Absolutely. Okay.
No, I mean, I eat all day, HBCU all day long.
Okay, bet. Now, would you rather?
I am not mad with people at PWIs. I just like being at an HBCU.
Absolutely. Making that clear. Now, would you rather enroll a kid who didn't have a proper GPA or enroll a kid who was battling with other problems?
Man, I'm taking both of those, right?
Okay.
I'm going to give both of them an opportunity to let me stop this trying to debo your show. Like I would take a kid with a low GPA. Mm-hmm. I certainly would find a way to circle back and try to find that kid if they're having some other challenges. Try to help them with that too.
Okay, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. And now I need you to debo the show, man. I want you to recruit on the show. I want kids that was watching this show, man, to pay attention. If y'all had never thought about going to college, if you're from Florida, from Texas, Ohio, wherever you at listening and watching this show, if Wiley College wasn't never in the radar, here's the platform right now. You're checking it out right now. You're getting a chance to learn about the president right now. I'm sure people at Wiley right now are definitely getting the real deal Holyfield with the head down right now, getting the real deal from their president. So this is awesome, man.
I love my people, man.
Absolutely.
Shout out to any and everybody that has traversed these grounds, these hallowed and sacred grounds here in Wiley, on the beautiful campus of Wiley College. here in Marshall, Texas, man.
That's what's up, man. Now, here we go. Would you rather see a sports competition between Wiley versus Edward Waters or a huge debate between Wiley versus Edward Waters College?
Debate all day long.
Okay. Okay. Now I'm sure that'll be a heck of a debate on that one too, because that's we got some speakers and some smack talkers that come out of UW. So you already know. You already know, man. And this is my last question on the Would You Rather, man. Last one, you off the hook. If you had to would you rather stay at Wiley, be the success at Livingstone after Dr. Jenkins gone, or be the president at the alma mater EWC?
Well, I grew up with some dudes who have had some bad breaks, and they may not be the most desirable people to employ, but I would employ every last one of them. So I can't come back home.
Yeah.
I'm giving jobs to everybody, so I
Absolutely
can't come home. Livingstone was fun, but now it's done. And Wiley is everything to me, bro. So,
absolutely.
You know, that's an easy one.
My man.
Now, Wiley College, bro.
Absolutely, dog. Man, this has been fun. This has been awesome. My brother, thank you so much for coming on the show and doing this. I appreciate you. You're doing a hell of a job, my man. You are definitely a role model, a pillar of success for our culture, man. It's a blessing and an honor to know you, to befriend you, to be your friend, your brother, man, your former alum at EW, bruh. I love you, man, and thank you so much for doing this for my show, man, helping me out, bruh. You don't know what this means to me, man.
And man, I can only tell you that I appreciate you, Cliff. You've done some good stuff. Pretty dope, brother. Happy to have crossed paths with you. Even more excited to be laboring in the vineyards, all in the name of helping folks improve their chances, to be the best version of themselves, man. So I'm grateful to have had the opportunity. I appreciate you thinking about me.
Yeah, man.
And I'm always here for you, bro.
Man, I appreciate it, man. That's love right there. You know what I want to do, man? If it's cool with you, we're going to try to make this happen. Because I call you the WWW, man. Because you went to Edward Waters. You was president at Wilberforce. And you're at Wiley right now. So you know something. You all on the internet right now. You intertwined. You connected. So I want to start. You the well, bruh.
That is fun.
That boy the WWW, man. So listen, man, I want to start something with you, man. Seriously, like I want to get some crap. We get a GoFundMe account going where we put a scholarship fund together and call it the WWW Scholarship Fund for kids who want to go to college at Wiley, at Wilberforce, and at Edward Waters. If it ain't a full scholarship, the funds that we accumulate will set up some scholarships for books, something to take care of those kids, man. If those kids have aspirations and desires to go to any one of those schools, no matter what state you're in, but we'll set up some qualifications or something like that, man. I just want to contribute to some form of way of fashion if I can, man. Setting that up with you, if we could do that.
That's honorable, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Man, absolutely, man. That's what it is, dog. We're going to set that up, man. We'll be in touch on that too, man.
All right, bro. Be good, man.
Hey, you too, man. Love you, boy.
Love you too, man. Yo, dude.
All right, yo. Oh, man. What a freaking awesome night, man. This has been an honor. I hope you guys have taken in some good stuff tonight. This has been great, man. I can't make this stuff up, man. Shout out to my boy, Dr. Herman Felton, man. This has been a great conversation. I hope those people who are inspired for education and trying to get out there, folks who want to go to school, and y'all seeing the direction people are going right now. He's moving with his institution. Man, if y'all are part of that, I hope y'all, Edward Waters College, Tigers, Wilberforce, your Bulldogs, Jackson State, your Gators out there in Florida, Everybody at Wiley, man, Livingstone, I hope y'all are excited and proud of this brother. Y'all have every right to be. Every place he's touched, he's been successful. And, man, I just continue to see nothing but great things happening from him, man. So, shout out to her, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to E-Dub. Shout out to the bros out there, Ever Waters, man, out there. So, just everything, man. We love y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for being here. But this show just is the shit, man. We know what, but I'm sorry, dog. If y'all asses want to be on this, hit me up. Email me at thefeatured.cj3@gmail.com or hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Featured with CJ3. Man, if y'all want to see me, I'm on every Monday and through Friday at 9 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Go subscribe to them channels, man. If y'all ain't heard it and seen it, man, y'all need to go subscribe to that shit ASAP. Please go listen and download on all major outlets. Please go make that happen. And wherever you go, subscribe and enjoy your podcast. And donate and support the cause. Please send your donations, man, if you enjoy the conversations that we have with our Featured Fridays guests. If you love our top 10 Thursdays. If you love our topics Monday through Wednesday, man, please act like if you love the host. Hit us up. Shout out. Just give us some love. Drop a few dollars. It's all good. Hit us up. We love you. It's like the collection plate. We just sending it around. Just we just show a little love. That's all we asking, man. A little offer. A cash app, $ Right Touch Sports. PayPal.me/Right Touch CJ3. And Anchor. Anchor.fm/The Featured with CJ3. Man, my boy. This has been an awesome night already, man. Yeah, man, and you know what? This is just perfect. His story and everything just sets up the next segment of the show, man. Y'all know what time it is. It's the featured song of the night. Yes, man, it's the song of the night. Tonight's song of the night, man. Listen, I hope he watching because I love this dude. This is a hell of an artist coming up. He's on the rise. He's definitely, an artist that has a lot of great potential. He's out of Lubbock, Texas, Love City Stand Up. He's a part of a trio called Family Money. He's a solo artist as well. And this is one of his first songs that he put out, before he got discovered. He's an artist that I've had the honor and privilege to be able to manage. And just moving forward with his career, man, it's a whole lot of big and better things, brother, coming for you. I promise you, man. We're going to keep grinding and keep pushing this thing. I promise you we're going to be good, boy. Keep fucking with me, boy. I'm telling you, this is here. So, this the perfect Texas connection tonight, man. So, Herm, I hope you're watching the rest of the show because this will be a great show at your school or however you want to do it, whatever, throughout the COVID. But this is just a Texas connection and just his story about what he had to endure through dyslexia and dealing with his situation and how he overcame high school and going through the Marines and then colleges and all this and just how he never gave up and how everybody thought he was going to be a failure. But he became a successful individual. Well, that's what this song is about tonight, everybody. I don't know if y'all ever heard it before, but I'm about to lay this thing on y'all asses tonight. It is called Successful Failure by my boy Ray Costa out of Family Money, Right Touch Management, 12th and Collins. HERMAN.
Yeah. Shawty say that she's ready for me. Don't talk about it, girl, show me something. And them niggas hate, but it don't do nothing. Set my pocket straight, I don't need nothing. I'm a successful failure. I never say never. Oh no, I never say never. I'm a successful failure. They said that I never make it. They said that I never make it. Y'all say that I never make it. You talking about my G? Who me? I'm just trying to feed my family tree. If you intervene, then you a casualty. I told the Lord that the devil coming. I just pray that he looking after me. They won't lie in court, but they'll lie to God. Oh, that's blasphemy. For the J Money himself. Got the fans on me right now. If a nigga plays, cause 305, you catch 6 of them right now. If they ain't playing, homie, this shit is simple. I pay the cost. What's the differential? And you gotta watch for them snakes, cause if it ain't beneficial, then it's artificial. I know I see them. I see them. I see them. But they don't know I see them. They don't know that. I know I see them. I see them. I see them. But they don't know I see them. I see them. I see them. I see them fingers hating, boy. I see them. I see them. I see them. I see them fingers hating, boy. I see you. I see you. I see them fingers plotting, boy. I see you. Got that 12 gauge pumping, turn your stomach see through. They ain't playing about my money. I need that with this blue. And you already know I hit your bitch gon' come through. Yeah. Now shawty say she's ready for me. Don't talk about it, girl, show me something. If niggas hate it, they don't do nothing. Shit, my pocket straight, I don't need nothing. I'm a successful family. I never say never. Oh no, I never say never. I'm a successful family. They said that I never make it. They said that I never make it. Y'all say that I never make it. Who you? Talk about my G. I'm still feeding my family. Smoke good weed to keep my sanity. Focus fitness for therapy. I'm everything y'all scared of me. My profit flipping like Abby Douglas on the balance beam. Holla bad nigga, fuck with me. Y'all niggas can't even fuck with me. Y'all niggas ain't even half of me. Y'all niggas 0.5 half a G. I'm just half of these hoes. And these half crooks. I'm doing numbers like a fast book. You broken, hating, that's a bad look. I let them dangle off in this fan. Hey. Now shout me, I see them, yeah. But they don't know I see them. Yeah, shout me, I see them, yeah. But they don't know I see them, girl, I see them. I see them. I see them niggas hating, girl, I see them. I see them. I see them. I see them niggas fighting, girl, I see them. I see them. I see they bitches today in my DM. She know I got it loud, she begging me to put my key in. Baby, I remember I ain't had a fuck to listen. But nowadays I got a bad bitch up for my dick in. Successful failures, they said we'll be failures. Until they said we'll be failures. Oh, we'll be successful failures. I never said never. Oh no, I never said never. I just let y'all fortune tell it. We some successful failures. Oh yeah, they said that we'll never make it. I said that we'll never make it till we blow up right in their faces. We some successful failures, baby. I'm a successful failure.
Tune in this week, next week, man, when my guest will be none other than Alonzo Shavers. Man, listen, y'all do not want to miss out on this show. Beyond Athletes Management, senior contract advisor, NFL contract advisor, NBA contract advisor, big time businessman, landing and signing and producing major deals. Listen, you don't want to miss this man, brother in my industry, sports agency, my mentor, definitely one of them. Can't wait to talk to this brother, man. Love this dude. And man, yeah, get y'all ready, man. Gonna talk about this thing here. My boy Alonzo Shavers, get ready, man. This coming up weekend, the next Feature Fridays guest, July 31st, right here on The Feature. Man, it's been an awesome night, man. So full already, man. It's been a good night, man. It's been real, real good. But you already know what time it is. It's that time of the show where we get into it. It's that time for another CJ3's True Stories. And this the part of the show, man, where I tie a true story to either the topic or the guest tonight. And our guest tonight, none other than Dr. Herman J. Felton. I got some stories to tell about this brother, but one in particular, man, I gotta give you my truth on this one, man, because when I say like people of value, like I really mean that. Like the people that are on my featured Fridays, like I'm showing y'all at least one of my phones of just my contacts of people that I value, that I know, that are in great, areas in life and whatnot. But if y'all still watching this thing now, my people at Wiley University, I don't know if y'all ever seen your president like that, just raw and uncut, open, free will. He with me. He talking to his boy. He talking to his friend. You know what I mean? This it. You know, that's what we do. But before we even got to a point where we were cool, even conversational, and cool with one another, there was a time, let it be known, Herm, that me and Herm just did not like each other. I'm talking about we did not like each other. I don't know if it's simple fact we didn't like each other because we just both know we was both, you know, good looking brothers or something like that, and we didn't want, you know, we were trying to be the best looking on campus or something. I don't know what the hell it was, but it was a lot of tension, testosterone problems going on between me and this dude. There was one particular incident. We in the old administration office at EWC. Now, for those who know about EW back in the day, the old administration office used to be in like an old upstairs like building. It used to be an old like dirty white type, dirty brown, dirty white type building. And you had to walk upstairs to get inside the office. And one day I'm up there and I'm with a homeboy of mine. Shout out to KP, Kevin Patterson. He could attest to this. So I'm bringing him up to the school from Tallahassee so he can apply, get his application in for admissions so he can get on the football team. You know what I mean? It was time, 2001 was coming up, school year, football season about to pop off first year. We ready. So I'm getting him squared away, making sure he get everything taken care of. And the year before school, like the year before this was like the fall going into 2001. So, you know, I'm hollering at it. We chopping it up and everything, and you know, we getting everything situated. And upstairs, well, this was actually the spring of 2000. Not 2001. This is the spring of 2001, going into the season. And Herm, he comes upstairs, and you know, I know him, he know me, so he comes upstairs, and he's talking to the ladies individual. Now you know, he sees me and I see him. We already done mouths balled up already, and he goes over to talk to the lady, comes back to, you know, walk past me, and he says something real slick out the mouth, and I'm like, what? I'm talking about I'm ready to get crunk. I'm ready to buck inside the administration building. We ain't care. I'm talking about we loud, we cussing each other out. I'm talking about we literally standing in between people trying to hold us back because we ready to throw blows. Like I'm talking about, we swinging, we already touching and pushing back each other and everything. We had to get people to pull us apart. Like I'm talking about, I was in a real straight up scuffle. Now when I first saw Herm, I thought he was for to play football on the team, like dude, like a damn linebacker. Like I'm like he finna come through and knock a bitch head off. But I didn't feel him. I wasn't stressing him. But it was just crazy how he was the SJ president and he was acting like this. He was off the chain in admissions. And I'm talking about he just had a moment where he just got in my ass. Like we and him just had a moment where he just, you know, he trying to bounce me, I'm mouthing him, and we going at it. Maybe a day or two later, man. Later on, like I'm standing outside in front of the tooth bill. I think he used to have Hatch Stewart. And I'm standing out there, and he comes up, and I see him, and I'm already feeling like this about to be some bullshit. But he comes up to me, and he say, Cliff, let me talk to you for a minute. So he walks up to me, and I'm standing on this little rail where I can see him. I can easily give him a nice little two-piece if he try me. But he said, Cliff, I just want to apologize to you, man, for my behavior in the admissions office, man. That's not like me. It's like, bruh, I really ain't got nothing against you. You know, you just, you know, you got a lot going on. I see you. You know, you seem like a good brother. You seem like you're a decent brother, man. I really don't know you like that. And he was like, it was wrong of me to come at you like that, man. But, you know, I just do notice some things that you're trying to do. And this was before, you know, my, you know, knighthood and the things. And he was more so just, you know, watching me. And he was just like, you know, if nothing else, you know what I mean, just, you know, be careful and watch yourself around here. Watch the company and the people that you keep around. He's like, I know what you try to do. He's like, but just watch the people that you're hanging around. And I swear to goodness, man, I had a totally different outlook on this brother, man. At that moment, when he told me this, it changed my life. It changed my perspective at EWC because I was already admired and admiration of him because I was like, man, black dude, SGA vice president, SGA president at the school, older than everybody. I knew he was older, but it was just like, man, the brother doing his thing, he focused on whatever, but we just had this animosity towards each other that we just never could understand. And it just took years and time, for us to really develop a friendship, and it became a very good one. And he also, we had a moment where he was at Livingstone. True story. And when he was at Livingstone, this was years later, of course, and I'm back home in Tallahassee. I'm teaching at East Gaston. I think I had just moved back home in town because I had a baby, and I was teaching and coaching at East Gaston at this time. And Herm, apparently he was the VP of Institutional Advancement at Livingstone. So I make a phone call up to Livingstone, and what's so crazy and ironic is I'm talking to the person who, does the secretary or whatever at the front desk. I'm asking for a particular, personnel to try to get me in the right direction with things. And they directed me to Herman Felton. Now, when they said, we'll turn over to Mr. Felton, I didn't know that this was about to be Herman Felton. So when he got on the phone, and this was our first time in years talking to each other since, he left E-Dub, I left E-Dub. And I said, he's like, hello, this is Herman Felton. I said, Herman Felton? And he was like, yes, may I help you? I said, man, this Clifford Jackson. And he was like, yo, what's up? I'm talking about the whole thing just changed. And I'm talking about we had a good little conversation, but my main reason for calling up to Livingstone was because at the time I was coaching at East Gaston, and I had two kids who I just knew was supposed to go D1 somewhere, but just didn't get it because of one got injured, and I think just the other one just wasn't getting any offers. But I put them in both good situations. Adam Power, Adrian Williams. I know y'all boys, if y'all watching, this was that individual, that same guy that looked out for y'all. I asked him, man, please watch out for these kids, man. The young kids out of East Gas, out of Tallahassee, Jackson, Quincy, Florida, Havana, Florida. And I just want you to look after them, man. Just, look after them for me and whatnot. He was like, man, say no more, man. I got them. And he really did take care of my guys, man. He looked at them, he checked on them, he, did his thing, man, with those boys, man. And they graduated, man. One transferred to Florida State, but he did finish. And that's the type of conversations and life stories and good feeling, good stories that I like, man. And to know that I was a part of that and Herm was a part of that, man, to see those guys doing their thing now, man, it's just a beautiful thing. And all that escalated, and we got all of this tonight, all from a scuffle that happened in the admissions office at EWC. Full circle, man. Can't make this shit up. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. If you want to be on the feature, please contact me on email, man. The feature.cj3@gmail.com, or Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at the feature with CJ3 on every single day, Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Please go subscribe to those channels. Contact us, listen to us, and download us on all major outlets for podcasts or wherever you go enjoy your podcast. And remember to donate and support, man. Please send your donations to Right Touch Sports at the Cash App, $ Right Touch Sports, PayPal, paypal.me/Right Touch CJ3, or Anchor at anchor.fm, the featured with CJ3. Also, don't forget, this week, coming up next week, my next Featured Fridays guest, Alonzo Shavers, Zoe, my man, sports agent, man, Beyond Athletes Management, senior contract advisor, NFL and NBA contract advisor, big time businessman, signing big deals, mentor in the business. Man, I love this dude, man. Can't wait to get that convo started. Man, I hope y'all have enjoyed tonight. I really, really, truly do hope y'all have enjoyed y'all damn selves tonight. I know I have. I've had a blast. This has been phenomenal. I can't ask for much more, man. Like, this has been absolutely more than I can ask for, man. I'm so happy. I feel so blessed and fortunate. Thank y'all for tuning in to the #1 damn show on the internet right now. If y'all don't know about it, y'all better tell somebody about this thing. Share it. Put it out there, man. Subscribe. I cannot preach that anymore. I'm trying to get my numbers up. Make this thing happen, man, so people know what the hell going on the feature. They can come check us out. You're right here. You know what I'm saying? So, man, please remember, have a good weekend. Stay safe. I'll check y'all out next week. See y'all Monday. Stay safe. Stay smart. Stay clean. Stay y'all asses home. Love you. Peace.
Are you ready, people? Yeah. Since the age of 5, square been the star that's past sign. I couldn't wait till the whole world recognized. But first I had to pay some dues. The journey I took, y'all couldn't walk in my shoes. A young buck, wild and tough from Tallahassee. Straight from South City in my pursuit of being happy. Came up out the hood with my hair on nappy, cut it all off. Plus some name after my pappy. The streets tried to trap me, but I had to escape from my destiny and wait for me to be great. And I knew it, so square had to show improvement. When I do it, flow was stupid. Now you loving me like Cupid, and I know that you wasn't ready for this. I'm so on point with my targets, I'm sure I won't miss. Just the past, present, and the future. This square, the household name, something to get used to. I'm here, yeah.